So we're all in the right place. This is the Intentions and Why It Matters workshop. So I'm Elka. I'm an exercise physiologist. I also teach karate, and I'm a personal performance coach as well, and a DV advocate. So I do a few different things. Mostly at Focus Physio. I'm an exercise physiologist. So does everyone know what that is? Yeah? Some people? No? Sort of. So we are different to a physio, just as a like basic understanding. Physio does more acute injuries, conditions, illnesses and things like that, whereas a EP, exercise physiologist, does more chronic conditions, treatment, management, prevention of conditions, illnesses, injuries, disabilities, and things like that.
It's a trust.
So here we're going to talk about intention, why it matters. I'm going to ramble some stuff, and then we'll do some physical stuff, obviously, because I'm an exercise physiologist, so there's going to be a movement kind of component with that as well. So before I really kind of start, what does everyone know and understand what intention is? It's a bit of a loaded question to start off with.
No idea.
Before I kind of say,
Having a purpose, intention to do what?
purpose. Yep. So that's, underlying intention is having a purpose, and it's a mental state of being committed to an action, or a course of action, or achieving a goal. So there is a purpose of having intention. But I'm going to kind of give you some things to think about, and hopefully a little bit more about intention and how you can apply intention throughout your everyday life, not just from the exercise component, but different aspects of your life as well. So there is an underlying purpose, and it's intertwined with your values, your behaviours, and your goals. So it's all kind of what intention is, and it's all underlining all those kinds of factors as well. And really, if we can be intentional, it allows us to be more present in our everyday life, in whatever task we're doing, or activity, or anything really in our life. If we're more intentional, we're going to be more present as well. So it creates a purposeful action. So with intention, we all hear about alignment and being aligned. What does that mean to you guys about being aligned? Not just spine-wise, but having alignment in your life? You didn't think you'd be asked questions. You're just like, we came here just to sit here and relax, and you just talk about it.
It's that direction.
Direction?
Knowing where you're going.
Yeah.
Having a balance in your life.
Having balance. Yep. So alignment is really like we can have. So everyone has values, whatever values they are. We all have some level of morals and values, and when it comes to alignment, we want to and intention. So we want to make sure that what we're doing and our behaviors and our values are working together. They're on the same frequency, they're on the same path, because and it's a thing where if your values don't connect and there's a disconnection between your values and your behaviors, it's called cognitive dissonance. I think I said that right. So it's where what you value, so for example, there's so many examples, I have to think of it though, but like if you say, yep, you want to get fit, and my values, I'm going to be eating healthy, I'm going to be doing all these things, but then you go and, go eat junk, like we're going to eat healthy all the time, and then you go and eat junk food and binge and, go out drinking and partying and doing all those kinds of things. There's your value of a healthy lifestyle is not the same as what your behaviors are. So there's a difference. So you're not aligned with what you say you're going to do and what your actions are as well. And so that's where there is not that alignment with your intentions, your actions. So intention helps us to align our behaviors with our values and our goals. And when they are aligned, you're more likely to succeed at what you want to do. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but energy flows where your attention goes, right? So if your attention is going towards working and not having a break and or eating junk food or whatever it is, all your energy will go there. So if you put your energy and your attention into things that don't allow you to thrive or succeed or put you in a less positive mindset or things like that, then your energy will get sucked into those kind of things. And you're not going to put energy back into you, you're not going to feel lifted, you're not going to thrive as well either. So remember where you put your attention. A lot of us are like on our phones, especially if we have kids, we're all distracted by our phones or social media or work or on our computers, and so all of our energy goes into that, and we don't have energy for anything else we want to do in our life. So it is about that balance as well. So without that alignment between what we say we want to do and what we want to do, then we end up being stuck and not realizing. I think most people get to a point in their life where they're kind of feeling a bit lost and stuck and not kind of knowing what their purpose is in life anymore. As where you kind of go to work, you go home, you eat, maybe you go to Pilates, and it's just this endless cycle and you're on automatic pilot. And then you waste time and energy because you're tired and you're not doing the things that you want to do and you're out of alignment. And so that's where we want to make sure we come back and we have that presence and that focus and that intention of, these are the things that I want to do, these are the things that I'm going to do, this is where I'm going to put all my energy and my attention, because these things help me thrive, these things help me be in a better space, these things help me get the energy that I need and allow me to be present with my friends, my family, whoever. Whatever it is that you want to work on and focus on in your life. So alignment is super, super important. And then also clarity. So we all know about clarity. Who's had that clarity moment? Yeah. Yep. So clarity is also important in making sure that if we are clear about what our purpose is and what we want to do, then our intentions are going to succeed. We're going to succeed in what we're intending to do and what our purpose is. So I like to use the analogy. I'll use the board because why not? And it could be anything in your life, right? Let's say this is, so say this is a pond, okay, or a puddle if because I don't know why you'd be in a pond, but if you happen to be in a pond, okay, and this is you. Not a very good drawer, by the way. Okay, so this is you in the middle of the pond, splashing around. Okay, what are some things in your life that you do besides like work, sleep? What else? Eat. Exercise. Housework.
Shopping.
Oh yes. Shopping. Okay. What else?
Kids sports.
Oh yes. Kids, full stop. Kids, sports, housework, because everyone loves housework. What else? All the things, right? So you're in this pond and you've got all these different things and you've got everything and you're rushing to kids sports, you're trying to get the housework done, you're going to work, you've got to do all the shopping because the kids ate all the food in the one day, then you've got the shopping, you sleep, you've got to sleep somewhere in there, but maybe you don't sleep because you're rushing and you're anxious and you're overwhelmed and you're thinking about all the things that you've got to do the next day. of course, we're going to eat, and then we eat too much, and we're rushing to eat, so we don't get a break eating either. And then obviously the exercise, hopefully we get some break in the exercise, but usually we're just like trying to get in and out because we don't have enough time because of kids. But what happens is we've got all these things and we're splashing around. When it comes back to us, we can't see what we're doing. We're just like going from here to here to here to here to here, trying to like eat on the run. I ate on the run today because I'm rushing, because I got to do like so many things as well. But how many of us, especially with kids, do you just eat on the run? Or just eat their food because they didn't eat it, right? So what happens when we're trying to find clarity is we're standing in the middle of this pond and we're splashing around and we're trying to look at our reflection, but we can't see our reflection because we've got all this stuff going on and we're splashing water and there's so many ripples and we can't see ourselves clearly in the water. So what happens is we get so caught up. We don't get to have the break that we want. We don't get to sit and eat intentionally. Hopefully we actually get to sleep intentionally, but many of us don't. Many of us wake up in the middle of the night because we're stressed, or the kids wake up, or shopping, we're just trying to rush around because we don't want to talk to anyone and we need to just get all the stuff and get out. So we're all doing these things, but we forget about the thing in the middle. We forget about ourselves. We forget about what is our purpose every day. Getting up, feeding the kids, buying more food for the kids, taking them to sport, going to work, doing all these things, and we can't be self-aware. We can't look at ourselves in the reflection and go, what is my purpose? What am I actually doing? What is making me happy? What are my intentions? And especially I think with a lot of us who are parents or who have so many things, or we're looking after someone, then it makes it really hard for us to find the time to figure out, are we happy? And a lot of times maybe we're not happy. But then what do we do about it? What are we doing about it? We're not doing anything because we're still trying to do all these things. So we don't have this time to stop and be calm and let everything settle and be present so that we can look in the pond and look in the water and then see who we are, what we want to do, where we want to go. And then when we can do that, we can find the clarity. And then with clarity, we can find our purpose. We can find the intention of what we are doing. What things are giving us that energy? What things are taking our time and energy? What things do we actually want to do? As adults, we get how to have fun and play and enjoy our life because we're so caught up in the stresses of paying bills and doing all the things that we don't have that time to stop and look and reflect back on what our purpose and intentions are every day. And so I like to use this analogy because it's so relevant to everyone, to whoever, wherever you are in your life. We get so caught up, we're standing in the pond splashing around, rushing, that we forget to stop and look and go, what am I actually doing? What am I actually doing in my life? What is actually making me happy? Most of us know we're not happy, but then we don't know what to do about it. So when we come to this, when we can stop and be present, we can find clarity and then go from there and go, these are the things that I want. These are the intentions that I want. And then we can still do these things, but we can still come back and find that presence and we can find that reflection. We have that self-awareness and go, well, I'm actually not doing too good. I actually need a break. I'm actually getting sick, especially now when it's coming to winter and cooler now. Everyone's starting to get sick. But we forget to then stop and look after ourselves as well and go, well, I intentionally need to have a break. I intentionally need the rest. I need to eat. I need to do the things that I enjoy. How many people know what they like? What hobbies they like? What they do? How many people know themselves? Not as a mother, not as a partner, not as a co-worker, not as an employee. How many people know who they actually are without those jobs, without those titles? Because being a mother is a job, right? That's part of who you are, but it's not who you are. What do you actually like doing? What do you actually like doing if you're not a brother, or if you're not a sister, or a father, or a mother, or a friend? Who are you? So this is where it comes back to as well, about finding who you are, doing intentional things that fulfill your life. And when you can do that, then you fulfill everybody's life around you as well. So hopefully that's an image that you can put your own little things around as well and go, yeah, I don't actually know who I am. Many of us don't. We grow up and we forget who we actually are, what we actually like doing as a kid, because we never spend time doing the things that we want to do. We don't. Who likes reading? Besides just me, like some nerd, but who likes reading? Who likes going out and playing sport? Who likes going rock climbing? Who likes going for bushwalks? Not having to drag anyone, but who knows what they actually like? That's not connected to someone else. That you're doing something for yourself, not for someone else. And that's when we can really sit down and be very intentional about what it is that I want to get out of my life as well. Because you're here, you're allowed to be here, you're allowed to do the things that you want to do. Even if you have friends and family and all those kinds of things and people depend on you, you are also allowed to have your own life as well. And do the things that you want to do and be the person that you want to be. And sometimes it can be a bit tricky, but if you put the intention out there, then it's the first step to working towards who you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to do as well. Okay? So clarity. And then because of who I am, there's the why as well. Why are you doing what do you want to, why are you doing it? And this, you don't have to think about it for everything, but you don't have to be like me, where I think about it for everything. But what is your why? Why do you do things that you do? And then it's going to really get you thinking now. You're like, I came to this because I thought it was going to be cool. I'm going to have to talk or do much, but unfortunately, I'm the type of person that makes you think as well. So when you become present, you can find your why. So when you become clear on your why, the intention becomes stronger because you have a much more deeply rooted understanding about yourself. And when you have that, your intention becomes stronger because nothing will sway you from achieving your goal and working on your intention. So it's like, for example, this is how annoying I am. Someone will come to me and go, I want to lose weight. And I'll be like, oh wait, no, I'll use an example. So someone give me an example of a goal they want to work on.
I want to lose weight, man. Keep going.
Okay. But I'm going to use you, okay. So you want to lose weight, okay? But why?
Because I don't like the way I feel and look, and
But why?
because also this came back to me today.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell us
But-
a story.
Yeah, but I will.
No, because we
But
just
see-
feel uncomfortable in ourselves. So, and we know that we have.
No, don't refer to everyone else.
No, okay. I feel comfortable within myself because I know that in the past that I have felt better and looked better, and as a result of that, everything else is better. Like you feel like more energized, happier, just.
But why do you want to do it now?
And let's get back to our story.
But can you see how when we try to get deeper and deeper and deeper and it gets harder and harder? It's like, oh, I just want to lose weight. Just help me lose weight. But why? Because if I just want to lose weight, how strong is that goal to keep you on track where your friends are going out, you're going out to dinner, and then you're going to dinner every single night, and then you're too tired and you don't want to go to the gym or you don't want to go to Pilates. Why? Why do you want to lose weight? What's the underlying goal?
To feel better.
To feel better, but why?
Because when you don't feel better, everything else starts to fall apart. Like you become less motivated. You become more fatigued. You become less.
But how does that got to do with your losing weight? Why?
Because if you lose
Yes.
weight, then all the other things are going to come back.
Yeah. So it's like it's that asking of the why, right?
Yeah.
Why do I want to lose weight? How will this actually, without being, I guess, like too superficial, how is it going to improve my life? So we think, oh, because I don't feel this way, and it's like I don't feel comfortable this way. That's the thing that someone else has put on you to make. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the image, right? So fears and things like that. We are only born with 2 fears. Do we know what they are? We are only born with 2 fears.
Fear of failure.
No?
Heights.
Heights. Yeah.
Really? Falling.
Yep, so that's heights. What else are we afraid of? No.
Dark.
No. Loud sounds. Loud sounds and fear of heights. Yep. They're the only 2 fears we're ever born with. Every other fear you have been given by someone else. The fear of the way you look, the fear of the way you feel, the fear of spiders, the dark, whatever it is, they have been given to you by someone else. The majority of that, probably your parents, because they try to scare you so you don't get hurt, right? But a lot of these fears are from someone else. We've been given these fears. We've been given the fears of being afraid of the dark because of the boogeyman. And that's why we have to stay in our bed so we don't get up, right? We are afraid of spiders and snakes and other animals because they might hurt us. But we have been given that, right? Or like from someone else or from something else, right? A lot of our fears, why we feel anxious, why we feel overwhelmed, why we feel angry, why we feel all these kind of things, which is so many things like intertwine, right? But they all project in different ways. They're all because of someone or something else that's been given to us. We don't need to hold on to all these fears, right? Fear of heights, yes, and it comes back to when there were like dinosaurs and big animals and cliffs and all those kind of things. They're so that we don't hurt ourselves. It's a survival thing. Everything else is being given to us. If you watch kids, how many kids are actually scared of? Oh, they just go pick up this snake and swing a snake around. Like you see in videos, kids just go and pick up snakes, right, without even knowing. They're not afraid. And then the mom or the dad comes screaming out put the snake down, and then the parents throw the snake, right? But the kid doesn't know that it's dangerous. They just know it's this cool little thing that's squirming around, right? But so they're not afraid. It's only because we make them afraid because we're trying to protect them. So a lot of our fears are, yes, for our safety and survival, but a lot of the fears that we carry don't do us any good, right? The fear of failure, the self-image fear, the fear that we're not good enough, all those things are being given to us, right? So a lot of us don't feel like we're enough. A lot of us don't feel comfortable in our bodies, not just because we can't do the things that we want to do, right? But it's because we've been shamed into, you're not supposed to look like that. And you get picked on and bullied and all those kinds of things. So when you come to your intentions, ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? Am I doing this for someone else? Am I doing this for myself? And why am I doing this for myself? How is this going to help me fulfill my life and make me better? Not just because I look better, but is it because I can do all the things that I want to do? Does it get me where I want to be? Does it help me, be the person that I want to be? So when you think about your intentions, try to dig deeper and ask why, and ask why, and ask why. And if you get to as deep as you can, and your why is so strongly rooted in being the best or getting the best out of you, you're more likely to stick to it than go, I just want to lose weight because I want to look awesome, right? That will die off. That will die off. So if you can get to the fundamental root of why you are trying to intentionally do something, you're more likely to succeed because it's so built and ingrained into your soul that you're going to make sure you're going to do it, because the cost of you not doing it then is going to be greater than you not doing it. And that's how we achieve our goals, right, and success. Didn't mean to pick on you, so but it is like
Taken one for the team.
but it is kind of like trying to get you to think about why you're doing stuff. You know, especially if we have kids, the reason why I do like work so hard and do all this is because of my kids. And like, you know, this is the reason why. And it's more so because it comes back and it shows up when I like say with kids or whatever, but it makes me become a better person. Always trying to achieve and work towards perfection, but obviously never attain it. So like in karate, we always aim for perfection, but we never get to perfection. We can never attain perfection, but we can always work towards it. We always can work towards being a better person by intentionally doing these things, by having strong values and understanding why we are doing the things that we do every day. And does it actually help us? So that's clarity, by the way. So when it comes to intentions, it does have an impact on our brain. And it's about building a practice, okay? So I don't like to use the word habit because when we think of a habit, it becomes automatic, right? Oh, it's just a habit, you don't think about it, right? That's when it's not present because we just do things on autopilot. But when it comes to having a practice is something you have to intentionally think about and work on every single day. So I go and practice karate, I go and practice my, all of my things. So it's something that I intentionally try to work on every single day, rather than just go on autopilot and just do it because I'm there. So I like to use the word practice because that's what we're doing. And some days we're going to suck at it, but we continue to practice every single day. So when we become more intentional, it wires our brain. So our brain is like, yes, we're going to be intentional. It like has fireworks in your brain, and it's kind of like, yeah, we can do it. Which then increases your focus and increases your motivation as well. So it changes our nervous system and results in the same behavior, more of the same behavior. So it's kind of like the good habits and bad habits idea, where you've got the dopamine and serotonin, it's the reward system, where it's like your brain is like, yep, we've got this intention, we're going to really focus on it, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, your brain doesn't know, it just has this dopamine and the serotonin effect of like, boom, yes, this made us feel good, we're going to keep doing it. So then it comes down to that intention of doing a positive thing that's going to help us. So your brain does help with that side of things in terms of making that motivation and making that focus stronger on what you want, because it's that reward system. But then it's making sure that we are actually doing something that is going to help us thrive and succeed and grow and do all these kinds of things as well. So it doesn't know whether you're doing it as a good thing or a bad thing. All it knows is it gets this rush and it makes you feel happy, and that's where you've got your good habits and your bad habits, like I was saying, that come into it. Okay, so why does it matter? So we're talking about intention. Now we've obviously got to know why it matters. But the power of intention is massive, right? It can create the right mindset. You can put you in a positive mindset and the right mindset to get you where you want to go and make you and help you become who you want to be. It improves decision making and boosts motivation, enhances focus as well. So if it's like you watch kids and you get them to do something that they don't want to do and they're like, I'm not going to do it. But then you watch them, and kids are really good because they're very present. So I use kids a lot as examples because we still have a lot we can learn from them and being present, and they're very intentional. Yeah, it enhances focus, increases the likelihood that you're gonna like do the action as well, and then because of that, it leads to more success as well. So yes, we want to be intentional because it's intentional the things that we want to do. That's why I'm like, why are you doing what you want to do? Is it helping you? Are you enjoying it as well? Because when you enjoy stuff, you're more likely to do it. You watch kids, they're like, no, don't do homework. But if you're like, here, go and like, go play games, go play the Switch, they're like, yeah, they'll go and do it because it's something that they enjoy. Not that it's good for them, but it's something that they enjoy, right? So that's the same with us. If we're more likely to enjoy something, we're more likely to do it. We're more likely to repeat it because it makes us feel good as well. So intention is really, really important because it can do all these great things and it can lead us to doing and achieving great things as well. So some things obviously we need to think about are, and some challenges are obviously your habits that you have already. What do your current habits look like as well? Some of your habits that you're doing helping you become the person you want to be, getting you where you want to be, doing the things you want to do. The environment is a massive one. Who you surround yourself with. That's a really big one. So, and then also the environment that you put yourself in. A lot of times we can't always change our environment, especially when we are smaller. But as we get older, we have a bit more choice and we can try and make those decisions to put ourselves in the right environment as well. Because when you're with people who help you grow, you're more likely to grow. When you're with people who don't really have their intention and just want to, like and go back to kids, teenagers, we see the teenagers who cause a lot of trouble, and the ones that are, want to thrive and do well and all those kinds of things. We can see that comparison. So it's the environment that you're in that will either help you and uplift you or bring you down as well. And then accountability is a big one too, which everyone hates, but accountability is really important. Whether you make yourself accountable or you have a friend or family member or your dog to make you accountable. Because once you have your intention, then from there, it's like how do you get to the steps of reaching that end goal as well. So accountability is super important for that one too. Okay, so talked a lot, but how can you start implementing that intention into your life? First thing I think is really important is just to stop and pause and find that clarity. So from here, you're thrashing around. What you want to do is stop and really think about where you are and take that breath to really then reflect and ask the why. Okay, you don't have to ask as many whys as I do, but ask the why of why you're doing something, especially something that you don't like. Ask why you're still doing it. Then you can reassess and check your beliefs and motivations, right? A lot of times, we believe in and listening and taking on everyone else's opinions and ideas and things like that, and forget to really listen to ourselves and what our beliefs are that aren't influenced by anybody else so much. So checking your beliefs and motivations, because intentions start from there. They start from what your beliefs are and what your motivations are. We'll get moving. I know we've been sitting for a bit, so we'll get moving soon. A lot of our intentions can be based on fear or anger or frustration or pain or where our mindset is at. So making sure that you check to see where your thought processes are. Where are you at this point in time? Write your intentions down because they're going to make them more real. You're more likely to action them if you actually have them and see them rather than just keeping them in your head. and then it increases the accountability of you having to do the intentions. And then create a practice as well. Not a habit, create a practice. Practice every day to be intentional in what you do. Okay, taking time to eat as well. Intentionally, mindfully sitting and eating. I know that's hard, but little things like that. Start off with those little things. And it's not about being perfect, it's aiming for consistency. Because consistency is the key to achieving what you want. We don't want like what I see, like when people come to the gym or wanting to get better, is they come, they get really excited and they reach peak and then they drop off. And then they're like, yep, now I want to get back, and they reach peak and then they drop off again. Okay, what we want is this little, might go up and down, but it's fairly consistent, not like this. Okay, so if you can stay more consistent with what you're doing, and yes, you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna fall off the bandwagon, but if you get back up and just a little bit is better than none, you're more likely to get to where you will go. It's that slow progress. So you want to try and live your life with intention, and that can be with anything. Okay, you choose where you want to place your energy and your time. So make sure you live your life with purpose. And we often get distracted by all the shiny things, which is cool. And it's okay sometimes to be distracted by the shiny things because they help sometimes get through the day. But try to come back as well and have those intentions of making sure you live the way you want and the way you can as much as possible. Like some things are out of our control, the things that you can control and do intentionally and with purpose is what you want to focus on. Understand your why. I say it a lot, but it is important. Understand why you do the things you do. I self-analyze a lot, so this is where this comes from. But if you can understand why you do the things you do, you're more likely to be able to change them as well. And then last thing, think about how you want to experience your life. Right? Do you want to be present and full of purpose and thrive, or do you want to be the one splashing around in the pond and going nowhere?